Shalom. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, shalom, family. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for clicking the video. Um, and yeah, when you see the video, make sure you like the video, share, comment your thoughts, and let us know. Do you think America's a third world country now? Like you got really ask people that now because these countries here, other countries are warning their citizens not to go to America or you might get killed. Like that's what America's advertising, or you might get shot at. It don't matter if you're a prime minister in a certain country or a president in a certain country, you still might get shot at because that's what America shows.
Right, right. That is what they show all the
So
time.
it's crazy. It's crazy to think about. We came across a video, and that's what it's talking about. So it's like, wow, this is that's really what it is.
Yeah, they're telling their citizens in New Zealand was the specific country. They're telling their citizens, just like if you go to like the US Embassy website for each and every country of the world, some of them will be level 4. Here's an alert, level 3. This is why we have an alert. For
Mhm.
example, when we went to Tanzania in 2020, it was level 4, pandemic, don't travel. They're sending out those alerts to their people in New Zealand, telling them, be warned. And you can liken this also to Mexico. Sometimes, even though a lot of Americans still go to Mexico, sometimes when people go to Mexico, you'll hear about how they need to avoid certain areas. Don't go to Cabo, whatever. Don't go to this place. Don't go here because there's gang violence. Don't go to this place because there's other stuff. And so now other Western countries, because New Zealand is a Western country, because the descendants of the Great British Empire obviously slaughtered the indigenous there. And so New Zealand is basically a Western country,
Exactly.
but they're warning their citizens, their cousins, don't go with those other cousins in America, because they just a little off the chain because a family went on vacation. And it's so sad, actually. It's unfortunate. I don't know like the details of the case, but a family, a mother, a father, and their children went on vacation, and only the father and the children left because the mother was killed. So this is a New Zealand citizen. These people were from New Zealand, and they went specifically, if you're wondering what state, actually, how about y'all guess the state? If y'all could please guess the state. I want to know if you
Yeah,
know which
sorry about
state it
that.
is. Which state did this treacherous deed, this murder happen? Because it was like a robbery. And I just want to know if anyone can guess the state before we say it live. If you're coming into the room, welcome.
Yes, welcome,
Shalom.
welcome, shalom,
Peace.
family. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, or good evening. It's all of it now, since we see a lot of stuff from everywhere, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
or a lot of people tuning in from everywhere. So, let us know where you're tuning in from,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I guess this, as we always say, guys, this world's getting crazier and crazier. So, what do you guys think about America? If you're outside of America, how does it feel? Let us know
Bantu
in the comment.
Lisa. Good guess. Good guess. Shalom Bantu. Lisa, you are always welcome here because of your moderation that has so incredibly helped this channel. So, just
Yes.
blessings, peace, and abundance to you for volunteering because it has been incredibly helpful as the channel has been expanding by the grace of the Most High to the glory of the Most High and the Most High alone. And so, yeah, y'all keep guessing. Somebody said California, somebody said Michigan. Where do y'all think this treacherous deed happened? Where a family from New Zealand was on vacation. They was like, I want to go to this state in America. That's going to be the vacation, and it ended up being the last vacation for some of the family members because the wife was in, I don't know if it was Airbnb, a hotel, wherever they were at. It was a mug, it was a murder robbery situation, and she lost her life
Yes.
due to it.
Yes. And that's tragic, man. That's really what America portrayed now. Like,
Hmm.
so it's crazy to think you over here smashing.
It's just chocolate.
Yes, we are live. We are live. Um, yes, shalom, shalom, everyone. Michigan. Good morning, Florida, New York, Florida. So, how is everything in New York and Florida? let us know some comments. Leave us some comments. Let us know what's going on there too, because it's a lot that's happening. I heard it's an earthquake in Texas too. So
Should we tell them what state it was?
yeah, go ahead.
The
I got
state
you. Yeah.
was California, y'all. California. And I would actually, I was kind of shocked it was California. I would more so think it was Illinois or somewhere. So, Bantu, Lisa, you were right. I'd more so think like Chicago, Illinois, or, New York, but it was California. And so, New Zealand and whoever they affiliate themselves with, they're now like,
Hmm.
maybe we should start warning our citizens not to go to America. And it's crazy because this is going to continue to happen. It's already prophesied in the book of Revelations 17, chapter 17 and 18, that these nations, these sovereigns will start to turn against Babylon the Great. And if you're still someone you're like, America's not Babylon, I invite you to humble yourself and pray. Because if you're of this mindset, you're going to have a difficult time perceiving
Hmm.
the things that are about to come to Babylon the Great.
Yeah, it's just gonna get worse. But we're talking about this so we can kind of like wake some people up and like let you know like other countries are literally saying like you really got to think about how America say don't go to
Mm-hmm.
Mexico, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the cartel is there and
Which is
you
valid.
might get kidnapped and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now these other countries is saying don't go to America because you might get killed or get shot at or robbed or you
Yeah.
know even yeah
Yeah.
it's really like that now. So you really got to think about why am I in America? Like really,
Yeah.
that's a thought. Why are you in America? Let us know in the comments. Please let us know in the comments. Why are you in America? What is holding you there?
Right, right. Yeah, that's a great question because we're going to slowly continue to see that is in fact going to look like a third world country. I would argue that it already does. I'm telling you, in the country I'm in the countries I've been in Africa, I'm like, there's more peace in Africa. The countries I've been in that are on the list of the most peaceful countries. This one we're in right now is on the list of the least corrupt countries. And so you just have a much more peaceful first world life. And so it's like, why do we call Babylon the Great first world? That's not really a first world country where you have the homeless people
It's
everywhere,
it's yeah,
where you
like
have
really,
violence
you
everywhere,
gotta think about that.
where you have this coup that just happened that
It's the
everybody's like, oh,
yeah,
it's
it's the
fine.
first world for that. Homelessness, crime,
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, if when you travel outside of America, you see like you don't see homeless people. You might see somebody on the street come up to your car, ask for money and stuff, but they have a home to go to because they
Yeah.
have a community or a family that they always go to, and they're gonna look out.
Hmm.
So that's just our experience, just traveling around Africa,
Yeah.
seeing what we see. It's like wow.
Yeah.
But in America, you go to, I'm not sure what's the state, but I know it's like a state where it's like under a bridge. It's all homeless people.
California, New
Maybe I'm
York,
thinking that. Yeah, maybe
Chicago,
yeah.
partially Ohio, because there was time when I would walk downtown when I had to deal with that probate estate case, and there's places you walk in downtown Columbus where there are homeless, and this was back in 2018. No,
Hmm.
2018, either one, 2017, 2018, in Ohio, and there's people that have tents that are homeless outside, and so I can only imagine how it is now with the super inflated cost of living in the housing sector, with the super inflated cost of living for food,
Hmm.
with the super inflated cost of living for healthcare. And the greedy politicians, they're just like, yes, more of it.
Exactly.
That's America. That is how it has always been. If you look at the history, it was never, in my very humble opinion, I don't see anything that's like first world like in any part of American history. I just don't see it. Was Jim Crow first world?
Mm. You
Was
gotta think
slavery,
about
that was
that.
first world?
Really.
First world giving Native Americans chickenpox and almost obliterating them off the face of the earth? Is that a first world thing to do?
Mm.
So what does first world mean, I guess, to you?
It don't mean a lot.
When I think of
Then
first world,
outside, then outside of America, it's like,
it
man,
don't mean a lot.
it
It don't mean much.
really don't. Like really.
What's it mean? It means revel. Look, y'all, read Revelation 17, read Revelations 18. That's exactly what they want it to mean. Being drunk off of the wine of Babylon, so that all the nations will be drunk. But now they're starting to wake up. They're starting to be sober. They have
Mm,
a sense of sobriety, and they're like, wait a minute, this ain't really all that. This ain't right. What's wrong with this picture?
yeah,
This is crazy. How come every 2 years you blast on the news feeds the newest black person that you've obliterated off the face of the earth and just put it? This is what our community has dealt with for decades, but now the world is seeing it and they're like, why do you do that? And then why are you so okay with doing that on an international stage as if the rest of the world is supposed to back you up in this treachery
man. Over and
and
over. It's like
murder?
a big cycle. It's a big circle over and over again. People's just gonna get upset. People gonna get angry, and then next thing probably gonna be protesting, and then the cop is gonna get let off, and then it's gonna be more protesting. It's just a big cycle. It really is, and they showed you time after time, hundreds of years. You can say that. You can really say hundreds of years. So you really got to get that understanding, and get out.
Yeah, get out. Yeah, you have nothing to lose. I mean, there's no country other than maybe Switzerland and Sweden that are as pricey as America on the face of the earth. And so,
Hmm.
your fears that, your money's going to run out, really, you're honestly just going to be all right. You really are. When you have coconuts, you have bananas everywhere, you have all types of food everywhere, lamb, goat, like you're going to be all right. Fish, whatever it is, it's going to
Hmm.
be all right because there is no more difficult country on the face of the earth other than Babylon the Great, the
Exactly.
US of A.
It's crazy to think about.
Then on top of that, the other headline is that, so we don't know everything that happened with the Olympics because we don't watch it all that intently. So we just like get these little clips and glimmers. But this blackout that happened in Paris, France,
Yeah.
and then the protests that
Hmm.
ensued after that whole mockery, and may y'all just rebuke those treacherous beings
Yeah.
for their malicious
Yeah. I saw
mockery.
a clip. It was like one building or something that was lit up, and the rest of the city was dark. So I really didn't look at it. I didn't hear it or nothing. I just saw the video. So um,
Yeah, I saw the headlines. They said the entire city had a blackout, like an
mm,
outage. And so you can only assume. I'm like, didn't y'all just have a global outage last week in the Western nations?
right.
Then Paris, they in for their second outage. To me, it would seem as if they're practicing. They're doing like a trial run. Like, okay, if we do lights out in the West, is the East
Hmm.
still going to be good? If we do
Yeah.
lights out in the West, is Africa still going to be good?
Yeah.
And
Africa.
yes, it will. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Africa's gonna rise. You really got to think about that.
Yep.
You really got to think about that. I know we just recently watched the movie 2012. Um, and that's a crazy movie. So if you guys
That is
haven't
crazy.
seen that, it's not crazy. It's like it's so real because it really could happen.
Oh yeah.
Um, but if you guys haven't seen that, I'll say check it out. Um, and then at the end of the movie, they were saying like, wow, the whole world got like the whole world got flooded, but Africa rose. So we're gonna head to that. So you really got to think about. I think they be telling. They obviously tell people what's going on.
And they obviously know more than they let on, because
Yeah.
I just can't believe that, in West Africa, we had Timbuktu, the biggest library that was known to man at that time.
Mm.
And then they say, oh, they just burnt all the books. And I'm just like, you didn't burn all the books. You just didn't. You kept them for yourselves in your little treasuries in Europe and America, maybe in the Pentagon, wherever it's at. You kept them in your
Yeah,
treasuries.
sweet
You read
Sweden.
them. You passed them down to your descendants so that you would feel like you knew what was going to happen. But guess what? The Spirit of the Most High will always awaken and tell his few remnant seed what to do and how to do it. He
Exactly.
always does.
Yeah.
Even if you hide every single book, guess what? The Most High is able, willing, and takes pleasure in the prosperity of his servants to send a dream or a vision or to send a prophet who will tell the people.
Exactly. Exactly.
So there's really nothing you can do to prevent the Most High from redeeming his people. And that's what they're starting to see. And some are going to wake up and, they're going to try to cleave on to the chosen people and say, let me go with you to Zion, let me go with you, teach me right ruling, teach me the right ways. And this is literally the time that we're in for the right ruling and for this upside down world to be straight and upright. But first, before that time, y'all, this beast system is basically, is just, it's the beast system is like 8 months pregnant right now. And it's
Mm.
about to just give birth to the beast.
Really, think about that.
Ooh,
8 months pregnant. You don't know when it's about to pop. It could be today. It could be 2 weeks. It could be a scare.
you got 1 month left when you 8 months pregnant, 1 or 2 months.
Really.
And you just want to be in the right position. You want to be in the right place. And some, even the movie, it was interesting with the movie 2012. And we know it's a movie, y'all, but look, those who got discernment know how to discern whether it's a rock speaking or a tree speaking. Those
Mm-hmm.
with discernment know how to discern. And so it's interesting at the end of the movie how they're like, okay, the only safe place is Southern Africa. And they're like, oh, we found out that it was never flooded, nothing bad ever happened, no tidal wave, nothing ever happened to it. And then you look at Ethiopia and how Ethiopia, the Church of Lila Bella, these places have never been colonized. The Italians tried, the Romans tried. You see, they still trying to push out propaganda, all these war. Oh, Ethiopia is so poor, and they just send all of this propaganda. And some places on earth just cannot be defeated because the Most High's messengers are there. And so if you're one of those people that does not believe in the Most High's messengers, or you don't believe in His power, then sorry, sorry for you, because He always designates a specific place for His
Mm-hmm.
chosen people. He
Yeah.
had Goshen literally in Egypt, where He's wrecking havoc on the entire nation of Egypt through 10 plagues, and the people put the blood on the door, and then they're good, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's just what it's going to be.
Yeah. You really gotta, man. You really gotta let the Most High increase in you and like really listen to Him because it's getting that serious where everything is just speeding up. Like it's literally speeding up so fast. And if we can't see it by now, I really don't know what to tell you, but um, it's a lot that's about to
Mm-hmm.
happen. Cause I don't know if you guys who's watching, if you guys been feeling some type of way lately, especially what just happened with the Olympics and stuff like that.
That was sick.
But I know we've been feeling like, man, what is really going on? Like, what is about to happen? Like, something big's about to happen. Like, something's big is about to happen. So you really got to be in a position. I don't know when. I'm not saying it's going to be tomorrow. I'm not saying a specific date, but you got to understand the seasons. You got to understand the times too. So it's it's coming. I can say that it's coming because it has to. It's right here written in the word. So you have to realize like, man, what's really about to happen?
Yeah, and it's right there in your face.
Yeah.
With the Olympics, I mean, it's pretty clear what the next phase is, because as you were saying, we were talking earlier during breakfast, and you said you were looking back at the Beijing Olympics and they had the Tokyo Olympics. And then you look at Paris Olympics and you're like,
Yeah.
why y'all do this like opposite? Like, whoa, you ain't never did that opening before.
That
What
just tells
happened
you
with
that
that?
that's like
What was that?
the beast system in a way how and it's crazy how like other news channels just all the news is talking about it about how it's mocking Christ and stuff like that, the Last
Hmm.
Supper. So everybody know what's kind of going on. Like
The whole world.
yeah, but they still just going with the flow, and you can't
Hmm.
you can't go with the flow of the world, or it's gonna be um, not all right for you.
Yeah. And
Really.
you would do well to just be wise and get to Africa. We will continue to say that because
Yeah.
that is what the Most High has shown us.
Somebody
It is
called
our
us.
personal testimony. And so
Yeah.
we will keep speaking the words of the testimony that the Most High has given us since, man,
Say 2020.
2017.
Just yeah. I mean yeah, but publicly, I guess 2020.
Publicly 2020, but yeah, 2017, 2015. But if you
Yeah.
honest, right when you come out the womb, the Most High said, oh yeah, I'm going to take this lineage back. I'm gonna take them back to the promised land. I'm gonna take them
Mm-hmm.
back to Eden. I'm gonna take them back from where I allowed people to take them from, and that's that. And we stand on that, and we always gonna stand on that. So
Exactly.
that's just a fact.
So, guys, make sure you like the video. Um, we enjoy the likes just to let people know that we live. Um, dang, I was about to say something too.
Yeah, we have 51 people liking the video, 17 likes, or sorry, 53 people in the live video, 17 likes. We would love it if we could get like 40 likes. It's not too difficult. You just raise your finger, tap the screen, or if you're on your TV, you just, well, I don't know how to do it on TV. But yeah, if you're on your phone, you just hit that like button and share because this, we got to speak the truth. And, there's almost already a famine for the truth these days. People just have all of these insane distractions, even within the Christian, even within the Israelite, even within people who actually say they believe the word. You have distraction after distraction. And it's like, who is going to speak the gospel of peace? Who's going to speak the sovereignty, the authority,
Truth,
and the
yeah.
reign of Yahusha, the blood? Who's going to speak that? Everybody wants to debate this, debate that, do this, do that. Who's going to speak the authority of the blood of Yahusha? That's
Exactly.
the
That's
only truth.
very. That's the most important. Yeah, the most important part is the blood. You gotta be covered in it, no matter how it looks. To this crazy world. So, will you accept being covered in the blood? Think about that.
You
To
would hope
to
so.
to a certain person, they'd be like, "Why would you want to be covered in blood?" But yeah, I want to be covered in His blood. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So
All day, every day.
it's deep, and it's getting deeper. It's getting more obvious of what they're pushing. So I saw a comment in here about shipping stuff. We suggest not to ship stuff. We suggest just carry what you can on the plane, two or three
Mhm.
suitcases. Carry what you can on the airport dolly. You know how you get to the airport and they got the dolly for your suitcases. Don't try to carry like six suitcases for one person and then you gotta try to push two dollies. Get your three or four suitcases
Mhm.
and you be good.
Yeah.
So that's what we suggest. I don't think it's time to try to ship stuff because man, we had somebody do that, and this was when Israel was stopping ships and stuff,
Mhm.
and their shipping container got held up.
In the Middle
So
East,
in the Middle East, so something like that can truly happen, like
and does
and
happen.
does happen. So yeah,
And then you paying the fines. They're not giving you the it's a wartime rebate. They don't care about that. They don't care if they delayed it. Now
yeah.
you paying triple the fines. Why? In the last days, don't be like that. Don't do that.
Mhm.
Just go ahead, have the mindset. And, we keep saying it, but there's so much layer and depth to Joseph's story. Having that mindset of strategy, seeing what's going to happen before it happens, preparing. The same mindset Noah had. He looked completely insane to those giants and those fallen and all of those, malicious, crazy people that were on the earth at that time. You can only imagine how much they mocked him and said little rude comments and acted like complete trolls the way that people do today. And he just did not care and kept building the ark until its perfection and completeness, got his family in the ark, and called it a day, and got the animals and called it a day. And he went on ahead and he kept going around the world, the floods coming up, and he's just like, ooh, hallelujah for obedience after
Hmm.
decades of building this ark.
Yeah,
Now is the time, and I'm thankful that I was obedient.
yeah. It just feels so like I got a question for the people that's watching, and it's for the people that's here on the continent that's watching. How does it feel just being on the continent, knowing what's going on in this world, just knowing what's going on in the West system and stuff? How does it feel? Because we was talking about that, like, man, it feels so good to be here because we
Yeah,
can see what's really happening, and it's we truly believe this is the best place to be.
yeah, we
Where
know
all
it.
this stuff is going down.
Yeah, a hundred
Like
percent.
it's no other place.
No, no,
than
no
to
other place.
be in Mama Africa.
Yeah, yeah. That look, that's a mic drop for real. There's no other. Where else would you want to be?
Yeah, like it's
Why would you be in those spots?
we keep saying the same. It's so crazy. We keep saying the same thing.
We're gonna keep saying it
Yeah,
until it's the time to not say it no more. And because that time's coming too. Just look at the book of Esdras. To Esdras, it says, "In the last days, the wise will get silent." Okay, why are they gonna do that? Just look at it. It's a precept to Matthew 24 and 25, where you have the 10 versions. You have five wise, five foolish. Five are like, "I gotta keep my oil." Yeah, you're late. I'm not giving you my oil. If I give you
hmm
my oil, I won't have enough. So you go on ahead and go find your own oil. But by the time they went to find the oil, the master already came. The
exactly.
king was all the bridegroom, he was already ready. He said, "All right, you wise ones, come on in." Those ones, they was playing around. They was, I don't know what they was doing out there.
They
They was
just
just, I don't know what they was doing. They was fooling around.
please don't fool around, guys. Please don't. Just really be prepared. I know we think that stuff is hard, or I should say challenging, but it's challenging for a reason. So you can get over that, you can conquer that, you can just grow from that and learn from it, and you'll be good.
Yeah, absolutely. Gigi.
We be trying to do this during nap time. Tell you guys
She's
that.
like, "No, no more nap time. Nap time is done."
She woke up. Where's my phone? Go ahead.
Baby G. But yeah, guys, it's like it's heating up. It is more heated than it ever has been. It is no joke. Bantu Lisa said, "I have peace, shelter, and safety." Trying Truth said, "I'm sleeping better. I feel appreciated. People are kind and helpful in Africa." Yes, absolutely. Everybody talking about how much better their life is in Africa. Are they helping us to get land to build in Tanzania? Who is they? I don't know who they is, and we are not in Tanzania.
I wanted to talk about a
They
testimony
said, "Hey, Gigi, what testimony?"
from 2020. Just kind of leading up, just seeing how.
Oh, how the places we've traveled.
No, not. I'm just saying, like spiritually. You know how year after year, when we was just talking about how stuff happens, but we gotta be able to understand what the time is.
Yeah, because it's like ever since 2020, year after year, not only has it just been testimonies moving through Africa, but the whole world has shifted. 2019 through 2024, we got to a place where the world has never been the same. And for us, you start to see these different things going on in the world, and you travel in different areas in Africa, and you see different people in certain regions, whether it's a mountainous region, whether it's a coastal region, whether it's down towards Southern Africa. And you're like, wow, these dynamics are really changing. How do we maneuver through this? We even had an interaction with certain immigration people towards like Zambia area. And they literally told us out of their mouths, they said, "We are supposed to make this hard for African Americans." And it's interesting how the Most High allowed us to just see that. And you can only just say, thank the Most High that He just put this spirit on this person that would just come out and say these things like, "Oh, there's an agenda. There's little colonial agendas." And so there's so many different spiritual giants at play. But if you're victorious, you're victorious. And that's the end. That's the complete end of it. That's how we move. That's how we have our being in the Most High's word. You go forth into a land and you be victorious. Wherever it is in Africa, you go forth and you be victorious. And you can command the mountain to move with the word of your mouth through your faith. And that's that. So it doesn't matter what the colonial giants or this person or that person, it doesn't matter what any of those folks are doing. It doesn't matter all the distractions. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. It's literally just you command the mountain to move and it moves. And then you go forth and you go forth and praise. And that's it. That's literally it. Somebody said I was able to get dollars out the ATM and paid them back. But my point is his willingness to help me without question. Yeah. Yeah. And Africa, East Africa, South Africa, West Africa, all over, people are so kind. Like they will give you the shirt off their back Literally, you go into a village, they will give you food because there's abundance of everything. So there's no lack. They got, cows, tons of cattle in the villages. I was just on the roof, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? And I look over like the little, it's not exactly a balcony, but you can stand on the roof. It's like old style, like Middle Eastern Egyptian type homes where you can like be on the roof and be up there during the day. But I look down and I see all these huge cows. There's like maybe 12 of them. They're like huge fat cows and they're just grazing in the grass next to our yard. And I was just like, oh, that's so cute. That's so abundant. That's so wonderful. That's so life giving. Like, that is Africa, where you just see fruits, vegetables, an abundance of people. Even an abundance of people these days is a rare thing, an abundance of children. When you have in America, the average person, the average family is having 2.1 children, and it's actually going down steadily towards like the 1.5 mark, because you have to have two children to replicate the population again. If it gets towards like 1.8, 1.9, 1.5, then you're at the rate where you're not going to be able to repopulate. And that's happening in Japan, it's happening in America, it's happening in Spain, it's happening in Great Britain, it's happening in France, it's happening in Portugal, it's happening in China, and all these areas of the world. And you look on the face of the earth and you see, okay, where is the only continent where humanity is not dying out? And it's Africa.
Yes.
That means something.
It's not dying at all. It's, I can keep saying, it's rising. It's living. It's literally living. Literally untouched living. Certain places you can't even fly over. Think about that.
What they trying to hide?
Yeah, what they trying to hide.
They
But
scrambling. They can't hide it no
yeah, I'm
more.
not sure what you was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, they're scrambling.
Very confused. A lot of stuff is going to be confusing to them, uh, but to us, and I'm talking about us, not just like me and my wife, but I'm talking about, his chosen people. It's not going to be confusing. It's going to be the truth and simple.
Right.
So
To the
really,
remnant.
really understand that confusion is not of the Most High, and you got to make this the most simplest choices. So we keep saying it. The simplest choice is to just get out of that system the best you can. Even that's even hard to say. To go get land in America and
I wouldn't. Well,
yeah,
I wouldn't.
yeah.
We would did that if that's what we wanted to
I
do.
would say that, but I don't agree with it. I'd rather just get out somewhere else like Africa and do that here. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
yeah,
Yeah. Because I had actually just saw another study that came out, because I follow some different real estate people in the Black community in America, and they were talking about how somebody else got their land taken.
yeah. That's
Another farm owner, another person who has acres of land, Black person. They're excited. You can only imagine. Yes, I'm back to the land, and then they come in and they're like, "No, you're not.
yeah, and
I found this, and this
yeah,
wrong.
most
Give
of
it
the
back."
land and in America, the people that has land is probably like, no offense, like hillbillies and stuff, and the
They
people
are.
that like the racist people and stuff. So you go get land next to them, they gonna be like, who is this? We've been here, you know, for generations, and this person wanna come buy this land. Okay, we gonna
Mm,
we gonna make them
mm,
leave. We gonna make them leave.
mm.
So
That's sick.
it's just it's just too much to think about when you think about America, because Most High is literally calling his people out.
That's sick. And you're right, because I saw another post that was like that. Somebody actually recorded. She was recording and she was saying, like, why do they keep stalking our house? It's another Black family, African
Mm.
American family. They settled probably somewhere near like Mississippi, Arkansas, Midwest, wherever type of area. And they're like, okay, cheap land, nice house, great, buy lots of stuff. And their counterparts, the racist hillbillies in the area, she literally took a picture and they're outside her window taking screenshots. Multiple people, not just one neighbor. It's the whole neighborhood, and they're just like stalking them. And you're like, is that the environment that you want to be in?
Yeah.
when the beast system phase is coming, when the World War III is coming, you already got to deal with World War III. But now for you in America, it's World War IV,
Mm.
because now you got not only to deal with all of the global issues, now you got to deal with the racist folks. And that's your realest, nearest adversary right there.
Yeah.
Because Russia and China probably don't care. They probably more thinking about your counterparts, the hillbilly folks and them folks. They're not that much concerned. But when it comes to you having a hillbilly neighbor
Yeah.
that's off the chain mentally, and that feels like because your melanin a little bit too melanated, they're like jealous and they just automatically want to kill you. And you can't say that that doesn't happen, because rest in peace to Sonia Macy just describes that perfectly. She was just in a regular city. She wasn't even in some vast area with acres of land and then somebody, right? So that's just, we can't gaslight our community and our people anymore and just be like, well, that just only happens if you don't raise your hand quick enough. That's not a fact. That's a lie. That's a complete lie. It's a complete deceitful thing to say. And yeah, that's just, you gotta be in reality. Like, what is the best expectation and hope that you can have in that cursed land? And it is cursed because you have bloodshed on
Yeah.
nearly every centimeter
And it's coming
of
right
the
back.
country.
It's coming right back on his head. So it's crazy to think about. Like it's coming and we see it. We see these earthquakes happening. We see these floods happening. We see the fires happening. We see all these bugs. Where was it? Was it in New York or something? New York or Florida or something like that? They said it was dragonflies. It was like so many dragonflies on this beach or something.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I recently saw that, but it just reminded me of like, man, this is like a plague in a way. So you know, he warned you in the word. He gave you examples in the word, and you got to just move with the word. Literally, move with the word. That's all you need is to just get the word, get the Bible, and move with it. You don't need no
Mm-hmm.
suitcases. You don't need nothing. You just need the
You don't need
word
nothing.
and just go.
You don't need nothing. Like, you really don't. Because all that stuff is going to bog you down. But I do want to read Revelations 18, the first few verses, because this is that
Go
time.
ahead. You know you're gonna read it all.
You should read
Just read it
Revelation
all.
17 as well, but 18,
Go ahead, read
it
it.
says, after this, I saw another messenger coming down from the heaven, having great authority, and the earth was lightened from his esteem. And he cried with a mighty voice, saying, Babel, the great is fallen, is fallen. And this is a precept to Isaiah 21:9, and has become a dwelling place of demons, a haunt of every unclean spirit, a haunt of every unclean and hated bird, because all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her whoring, and the sovereigns of the earth have committed whoring with her. And the merchants, those big tech businesses that like to rape and pillage Africa, have become rich through the power of her riotous living.
Mm.
And I heard another voice from the heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, lest you share in her sins, unless you receive of her plagues, because her sin has piled up to heaven, and Yahuwah has remembered her unrighteousness. Render to her as she did render, and repay her double according to her works. And the cup which she has mixed, mixed for her double.
That's it's plain and simple. That's really plain and simple.
It
But
really is.
how it said the sins is built up to the heavens, right? It kind of remind me of the Tower of Babel when they was trying to build the tower all the way up to heaven, and that's basically what's going on. Just think about that. All the skyscrapers that you see and stuff is even bigger than that.
The sin.
The
And
sin is
it
even bigger
is.
than that.
And people always say, well, come out of her. That's not physical. Okay, have at it. For us, for the remnant, it's physical. For the people who are called and chosen, it's physical.
Yeah,
But if you cannot perceive it,
and
then
yeah,
so
if
be
you
it.
can't perceive that when we say physical, because if you know anything, it's spiritual first. But this is literally physical. So in a way, you have to know that it's already past the spiritual.
Yeah.
Like with us for sure, because it's physical here. We are literally here physically on the ground.
And it's not just us. There's thousands of
Yeah,
diaspora who have also heeded the call without ever seeing this channel, who have been called decades before we were born.
exactly. Yeah,
That's spirit. That's spiritual. It started in the spirit, but then it interacted in the physical because what you see in the spirit is just a replication of what's going on in the physical.
hmm.
So the
So what's
spiritual and
gonna
physical
happen?
ain't going to be too far off. They're not
Exactly,
going to be opposites.
and it's speeding up, and it's speeding up. So just say um, if you have a vision or a dream, and just say like 2 months ago, and then you see it today, like 2 months later, right? Now, it's like you have a dream a day or 2 days, just like you were saying,
Yeah.
and then you see it a day after, or when you
Yeah.
wake up, you like, what is going on? I just woke up to this vision and dream, and then I'm seeing it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Joel 2, Joel 3, the Most High says he's going to pour his spirit out. And what he said, he doesn't do anything without telling his servants the prophets. So you would just pray to either have discernment or to be around someone who has that anointing and has that discernment.
Exactly.
That's what you
Really.
would pray for. It's humanly possible to even receive the things that are written because I think the craziest part of it is it's just written. It's
Yeah.
not so mysterious. It's just like it says in Deuteronomy. The laws, the commands are not so far up into heaven where you can't reach them. It's not so far down into the uttermost ends of the earth where you can't reach it. It's literally in your face. It's literally written right here. That's your instructions. That's our instructions. How we got to Africa. That's our instructions. How we've been having our peace, having our being. That's our instructions. How we have increased during times of famine. That's our instructions. How our lineage has increased just in the last few years of being here. That
Hmm.
is our testimony.
Man, hallelujah. Like I'm saying, like, um, cause this man, I'm just so glad that we listened to get out when we did.
Hmm.
Like really,
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
exactly. So man, if the Most High is speaking to you to do what you got to do to get out, listen, cause it's a dire time. It's really a dire time. So you really have to be obedient and get out.
Yeah, if you can comprehend it, because we don't argue with folks. If you're
Yeah,
like,
not
no,
at all. Yeah,
prove, I don't have to prove nothing to you because if you want to argue with the Most High, have at it. This is His word. I didn't write it. He didn't write it. This word been alive much longer than we got to the earth.
hmm,
He's 30. I'm 28. This word been alive much longer than that. So it's not a debate. It's just either you get it or you don't, and that's that.
yeah. So please just get it.
Take it or leave it.
I'm praying that you get it, please. And that's why we come on here and just really try to talk about the Most High. I know before. I mean, if you listen or look at our old videos and stuff, we was just trying to, vlog and stuff and show people Africa and stuff. But now it's getting serious, and we have to talk about like really getting out.
Yeah, I think
You know,
even when we were in Tanzania, though, because we
in a
did
way,
do a
yeah.
video, the spiritual reason we moved to Africa. And
Hmm.
so it has been that same thing throughout the whole journey. Like, hey, this is what got us here. This is why we are here.
Exactly.
And that's that. But yeah, the times are heating up. And hopefully you don't need somebody's pastor, church leader to read the Bible to you because you need to have, if you don't have this for yourself and you're alone somewhere and you can't pull out enough of the word to have authority over the things that are around you,
Mm.
that's not going to be a good situation, y'all. Turn off Netflix, turn off your neighbor next door who loves to have pizza parties every weekend, turn off your cousin, turn off this, turn it all off because you're going to have to be able to stand for the word by yourself.
Exactly.
Mm-mm, not in this one. Yeah, Bantu Lisa. Once again, don't worry about land. Leave and look at land later. Thank you, Bantu Lisa. Exactly. It's more important that you're just out of America because the salvation is not in a title deed. Title deeds don't have written under them, here is the blood of Yahusha. The title deed to land is just a title deed to some land. And I really wish people understand the times, but you can only get this understanding from going over your Bible over and over. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob weren't worried about a title deed and creating community centers. You don't see nowhere written in Genesis where Abraham's like, okay, let me create the Eber Community Center of all the if you look closely at the word, if you look closely at Jasher, they're literally traveling throughout the promised land, throughout Canaan, and even throughout parts of Egypt when they have to go back to Egypt during times of a famine. And so it would behoove you to have a nomadic mindset, because in these times, in this system that's about to come, why would you just want to be stuck to one place, to one plot of land? And now you put all of your heart, all your feelings into one plot of land, because the land is supposed to be your entire salvation. What Yahusha did on that tree, that stake, that cross, that top, whatever you'd like to call it, don't be intricate and complex with the blood of Yahusha, because that's it. That's the salvation. So it's more important for you to just put the land in the back of your mind. Land is good, land is great. But the African, and this is what we learned being in Tanzania, being amongst villagers, the African view of land is not the capitalist white supremacist view of I have to own every piece of land. The African view of land, what we realized that we had put off from our old American ways and American supremacist ideologies, because we were born in that nation and amongst that culture and amongst those spirits. And when we came to Tanzania, when we come to these other countries, we realize Africans don't view land like that. Africans view land as all of this land belongs to all of us. I don't need a title deed to every part. I can go in a village with a peaceful spirit, soundness of mind, and speak whatever words the Most High says for me to speak, and receive coconuts, receive rice, receive mangoes, receive whatever I need to receive, and then give to the people whatever I need to give to the people. Whatever that is. And so it's not, I need to own everything. That's a capitalist mindset. Rebuke the capitalist mindset as quick and as fast as possible, because it does not serve you in Africa. It does not serve you in life in general. It doesn't serve you in America, but it definitely doesn't serve you having a capitalist mindset when you want to get out of America. And the quickest way to do that is just to involve yourself with villagers, like real villagers outside the main city. This is why we don't like to live in main cities. Right now, we don't live in a main city.
That's we always say, I'm right here, guys, just making sure she don't come crying. But we always say, like, connections here in Africa is the best resource, because if things go down, um, you gotta have these resources around you that really knows you, that really knows your spirit, that really can help you when the time comes, because the time is going to come. And I know, just say recently, and we left Tanzania, but we still have that resource in Tanzania that can still help us with certain things, with the cabin that we're building. So we can still reach out and say, hey, could you go check this out? We can just do that.
Yeah, because and it's
they're very
also
happy about it, because we left that relationship good. It's not like we try to abuse them. We try to build them up spiritually first. We try to build them up physically, with food and stuff in their and money and stuff in their pocket. But spiritually is always, it to build these people up. And then that's gonna be a long life relationship.
Right. Talking about like tribal connections relationship, where you know your tribe, because we basically a tribe. We're a family of 7. Like, we're by the time our children, if each of our children just has 2 children, y'all do the math. That's a lot of people. So we're basically our own tribe. But having those connections, because in these last days, it doesn't help your heart to put all of your 100% of your heart into a house or into one plot of land or into people, man. We had recently heard somebody say that they not only came to Africa, but they came to Africa because they wanted to meet certain people. Y'all,
that I'm sorry, God. That's what G wanted to show you guys, so
Yeah.
she won't have to be crying. But yeah, that's what we was talking about earlier too.
Deliverance.
It's really that deep. It's really that line. It's really that line right there. Like for us, um, we just came here and just been ourselves. This is us. If you know us, this is literally us.
This is what you gonna
This
get.
is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
This just been us since we moved here in Africa, right? We
Even
wasn't
before
trying
then.
to we didn't see people that we saw on YouTube and stuff and was like, hey,
You gotta
um,
be quiet.
man, we want to get there and then we're gonna, like, no, it wasn't like that.
Meet this person, do that, start
Yeah,
this
like
initiative.
it's basically like if you meet like a famous person or something, right? It's not that feeling with us.
We're
No
not
matter
famous, number
who
one.
yeah, no matter who
Just
it
start
is.
there.
And some people come with that energy and it's not good. It's
Ooh.
really not. Because we met like somebody that um changed, well, I don't want to say changed, but just increased in us to get our relationship closer to the most high with music, right? So we always used to
Okay.
listen to his meditations and stuff. And then we met him physically here in Africa. And it's just like, oh man, we just regular person. It wasn't like that feeling of, oh man, like you don't like, you get what I'm saying? It wasn't that. So it's really like a thin line like that. You really got to be careful on
Yeah.
how you say stuff for one, or really
Yeah.
like feel stuff in your heart, and then
Ooh.
say it because it's scary that you when you speak it.
Yeah. 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 If your heart of coming to Africa is I need to meet everyone that I see on YouTube, please stay in America because this is not entertainment. Y'all,
Mm.
we're in the lot. This is not entertainment. And that is a problem that you see amongst a lot of diaspora. And it's not just recent, it's for years. People want to have these extravagant festivities, and we don't like to go to stuff like that. People easily get offended
Hmm.
with us, but we're introverts. We will straight up tell you. And we're introverts that have 5 children.
Yeah,
We are not here to entertain you. You want to be entertained? Go
ooh,
entertain yourself.
that don't even sound good. Trying to go to events with our children.
No.
Uh-uh.
Even when we had less children, we didn't do
Yeah.
it. We're just
Uh-uh.
not, we don't do that.
Yeah. We tried, like, and that's what I'm saying. We tried it when we got here, and the
And
Most
it was
High
a headache.
obviously had us separate
It was
time
a
after
headache.
time. He always tried to separate us.
Yeah.
He always tried to separate us year after year. We got separate, more
Yeah.
separate from a lot of commotion.
And year after year, it's been more peaceful. This peace
Yeah,
right now
year
has
after
been
year,
top
it's been more
tier.
peaceful. His spirit just been increasing. Just everything just been increasing year after year.
Yeah.
In this season, literally this season that we're in right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Because our people, it's not festivities time. It's just not. And I just look at Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And this is why I keep saying this, y'all. We have great examples in Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not in the
Hmm.
Black Panther Party, not in this initiative, that initiative. Look at Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They were not constantly putting on parties and festivities because they knew the times that they were in. It wasn't time for that. When Abraham's just coming out with Lot out of Sodom and Gomorrah, why would they put on a festivity? They just came from a land that had thousands of festivities.
Yeah,
Sodom and Gomorrah was the capital of festivities. Why would you come out doing that?
no
Why would you
motion.
come out saying the only reason I want to go to Africa is to meet people?
Yeah, that's not good.
Why would you do that?
Mm-mm.
That don't make sense. But it's like there's cycles. We do notice that in patterns because people, every year people say that. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I only want to see, I mean, when we left, we would see, and we were going to travel, or we were going to Tanzania, we would see like traveling system, melanin migration. But it's like, you don't, we just said this earlier, like imagine saying, I'm only going there to meet them.
Mm.
Well, you've completely lost your whole reason for even being there.
Yeah. You gotta go there because the Most High told you to, and you seeking the Most High. Just like we was just talking about Abraham, you gotta know his story when the Most High. told him to go to this mountain for the sacrifice I need you to do, and just bring your son. No animal or anything. And that's what he did. He was literally about to sacrifice his son, and then the Most High stopped him and showed him a goat or a lamb to sacrifice. So we really got to be that obedient. Like that's literally the words in the Bible. So you have like you gotta picture that. Imagine you doing that. Like really, imagine the Most High tell you to get your kid, get your child. It's not a kid because you know a kid is a baby goat. Get your child and do that. Really think about that. That's how obedient you have to be. And then I'm not sure what book it is, but on the other flip side, Isaac he was excited to do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was excited like, oh man, okay, yeah, yes, I would do this. So on both, like you really gotta think like that, and it's deep. It's really deep, y'all.
It really is like, and you just wonder. One more thing on that topic. I wonder in these last days, and I was talking about this earlier, you can see why the Most High said that only the younger generation would make it in. Because you just have to wonder the type of mindsets that people have at 40, 50, these different various ages, to where you want to become a dependent of someone that's 20 years younger than you. And I just wonder about that. These are the spirits that are out here. These are the spirits where it's like the Most High just wants to speak to you, and you're like, no, I want to go and meet with everyone else. Why do you want to meet with everyone else? Why can't the Most High just be sufficient? Why can't it just be the Most High is sufficient and it's okay? You don't need to have the biggest church congregations. It doesn't need to be like a circus entertainment thing. It really should just look like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob leading. That should be the replication that we're creating with this.
Exactly. Like really, that's what it should be. Really seeking the Most High, and we can say that because that's what we've been doing. And every time we try to do something else, it's a lot of stuff that happens.
A lot of confusion.
A lot of confusion, a lot of just
Drama.
yeah. It's just too much. So our true advice is to just seek the Most High, seek His word as it says. Like really seek His word and just be His servant. You know, be His shepherd. If you have children and stuff, be the one. Be the chosen. Be the remnant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like really.
The remnant.
Uh,
That's a fact. Somebody said a comment. They said people hear one thing bad about one country in Africa and blame the whole continent. Facts, and I'm like, which other countries do y'all do this about France? I don't hear nobody complain about France saying they're never gonna go to France, Italy. I don't
Even
hear
now.
this. Even now. That's white supremacy
I
101.
still want to go to Paris. Like, what? Like, what?
White
You still-
supremacy 101. Why?
Yeah, I know I saw the Olympics, but
The Eiffel Tower.
I always wanted to go there. It's like what? I can't talk to you.
Okay, exactly. Because you will give more grace to the devil himself. But you see your people in Africa and you will falsely accuse, you will accuse till you literally lose your mind and you'll say, oh, well, those Africans, it's dirty over there.
Mm. And they do that on purpose.
Really?
They do that. They say it's like, oh, nasty and dirty and people living this way, people living that way. And the people that's living that way, well, I won't say they're fine with it, but they survive like that in a way.
But
Like,
what is dirty? Is it dirty
like,
to have cows that walk down the street? Is that
exactly,
dirty?
like, is it dirty to be rich? Because Africa's not poor.
Is it dirty? Like if people see this, what we're looking at right now, some people would complain and be like, why don't they cut those trees? Why are the leaves like that? That's kind of dirty. Why are the streets so small?
These leaves is dead. They need to
like, why are you so OCD about nature? Why do you hate just regular organic human thing? Why do you hate the Most High's creation? Why do you hate the way that the original man
No
and
more.
woman were created? Why do you hate that image?
Hmm.
Now, those people, they don't comment, they stay quiet. But like that commenter said, people, they will see one thing wrong. Their power will go out in Ghana for 2 hours and they'll be like, Africa is horrible. There's no electricity. How are you making it?
Yeah, making it because the Most High is allowing it. That's the last one. She over here eating all the chocolate, y'all. I'm telling you.
But yeah, y'all, the people, man. Yeah, that comment, y'all got me started on that one. I was like, they be tripping.
Shalom, shalom, family.
Nobody say that about Japan. Y'all don't say that about all the robots in the McDonald's that's in Japan. Y'all don't say why robots taking over. I'm never going to Japan again, but black folks will come and make these videos on YouTube. Africa's the most treacherous place. Why do people have their natural hair out? Oh my gosh, why are women carrying babies on their backs? Why are people giving birth naturally? Why? And you will lose your mind over organic humanity. And it's just mind blowing. It's just very mind blowing that you would have these treacherous white supremacist spirits in you after 400 years.
You gotta break it. It's a fight, y'all, but you gotta break it. You really do.
And you just wonder if they are even able at this rate. If you haven't broken already, I really just wonder if you're able even to comprehend. Like,
Yeah.
if your thoughts when you see black people in their natural element with their natural African clothing, even the indigenous of other areas, when you see them in their natural habitats, looking like humans,
Mm-mm.
the way that humans were created, why does that enrage you?
You gotta read it.
Why?
You can't
Why does
think
that
that.
enrage you? Can anybody leave? Let me know if you one of them folks. Why does that enrage you?
Hmm. You
Why?
really just gotta seek the ancient path, and the most ancient thing is it's not no China, it's not no Thailand, it's not all these
Facts.
other nations.
Facts.
The ancient, the most ancient I see is Africa. The most tradition and
Facts.
stuff like that is Africa. So if you really seeking the Most High, you need to seek how Africans are living because they
Facts.
literally live the word.
Mm-hmm.
For us, we have the knowledge because we've been in America. We studied the word. We studied the word. But when you come to Africa, they're literally living a word, and they don't know why. Like it's just natural. It's this is what's passed down from generation to generation. So when we first came here, we're like, dang, you know this is biblical, right? It's like, nah, I mean, we just been doing this.
Yeah.
We really just been doing this.
Like dowries. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, this is like biblical, right? Well, no, I'm Muslim. Like, bruh. Okay, but yeah, like for real.
Yeah. Circumcision. Yeah. The
Yeah, like
dowries. The cleanliness laws, even to the time women have birth, even down to that in Tanzania and other countries,
I don't
Kenya.
think they
I'm sure it's the same in South Africa. When women give birth, they do not go outside the home. They are well taken care of by the community. And it matches the Torah. It matches Torah where it says that a woman, 40 days to 80 days, depending on if she has a male child or a female child, she stays home and she's not going everywhere. They literally take care of people like that. She's not expected after 6 weeks to go work somewhere, to go get up and do this, to scrub all the dishes in the house, wipe all the walls. No, she just went into labor. Let her have her 40 to 80 days. It's just natural life, and seeing that is so rich and enriching. When you see that and nobody told them to do it, and they're telling you, yeah, just sit back, I got you, I got everything, and you're like, wow, well, hallelujah, I love this is great. Because I've been through it 2 times on the continent. To compare the 3 children I had in America to the 2 children I've given birth to on the continent, totally opposite experiences. Joe, totally opposite experiences. It's mind blowing. But it really is for the remnant of people who are gonna get it.
You want help him?
Because some people they'll see these things and be like, I wanted to go out and go up and down this way, and I don't want
Where's the
anybody in my
microphone?
house helping me after I have a child. And the Most High is like, I'm just trying to show you the ancient ways how things were, and you're just like, no, I don't want nobody in my house helping me. I don't want nothing. I don't want no help. I don't know about them African women. Okay, that's fine. But I enjoy it. I enjoy African culture, Tanzania, Kenya, whatever culture it is. I enjoy it because you see those patterns that align with the Bible. And it's enjoyable. It's not bad. But because you're so used to how white America has ordained you to be and decided that you would be like that, then you come to Africa and now you call everything backwards and you're cursing the very blessing that was made for you to live a life in the Most High. The other microphone. Hey guys, let Gigi play. Gigi wanted to play. Okay. The other microphone? Oh, it's in my shirt. We had the live thing.
Oh,
It's getting a
no.
little
Yeah, it's getting a little commotion in the
too much
ocean.
commotion.
Too much commotion in the ocean. But yeah, guys, yeah, we just like ranting this whole video, but hallelujah, hallelujah, all praises to the Most High. Um, just make sure you seek the Most High. Jeff, stop, please. Just real
Just
quick,
wait a minute,
just
Joe.
wait.
Gigi wants to play.
But
Okay?
yeah,
You're
seek the
gonna
Most High,
play too.
guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we just gonna get out of here. So we're gonna end it now. Shalom, guys.
Shalom.